I accidentally bought another phone. Accidentally on purpose. The issue is that I had a Cat S62 that was very problematic. The touchscreen didn't work very well for me, and it would not pick up signal in the outside in the middle of town when all of the other phones around me, including the ones that were on my plan, all had at least 2 bars or more. And so that just didn't work for me. And especially when trying to run a business, that really didn't work for me. So their solution was to send me another phone. Because I've had other phones connected, there was an alert on my account saying that I had a 3G phone. Well, I believe that's partially thanks to Unihertz, because I have not updated the IMEI for that phone, and it still registers as a 3G phone. It's not a 3G phone, it's a 4G phone. But thanks to that, I was able to get a different phone from T-Mobile that works. So even though they sent me this phone, it's something that I am paying for. It's complicated. So without further ado, let's get into this phone and see if it's any good. So today we're going to review the T-Mobile REVVL 6 5G. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't even bother with a $169 phone that is just your average slab phone that you can find everywhere. But in this particular case, there's an interesting story behind it. What I had was I had bought a Cat S62, and that is cat as in caterpillar. And very quickly, the touchscreen stopped being responsive for me. It would be intermittent. It wouldn't register my clicks, so I'd be typing along and it just skipped letters. It also got really, really terrible reception. Like 2 bars when everybody else was getting 5. It got no bars outside in the middle of the city when everyone else around me was getting 2 bars or more. So I had T-Mobile replace it, and they replaced it with another brand new phone. I got it all set up, everything seemed to be okay, and the touchscreen went out in it even faster this time. So I was going to do a review on the Cat S62 at some point, but yeah, let's just avoid that one. And let's take a look at the one that they sent instead, because, well, this is the replacement for the Cat S62. Let's go ahead and tear into this box. Already I can tell that the packaging is not anywhere near the quality or the robustness of, say, a Unihertz box. But honestly, that's okay. I don't need anything special. I don't need any special presentation for a phone I'm just going to use every day. And especially on a $169 phone, who cares? Doesn't really matter. Although, I could do with a little less pink. But, it's a T-Mobile phone, so hey. So this is the equipment box. Let's take a look what we got in here. I imagine it's not going to be anything terribly special. Some documentation and things. USB to USB-C adapter. And here in the bottom of the box is the phone itself. We obviously don't get a charger brick, but that's okay. $169 phone. I'm okay with that. It's a nice shade of slate blue. I'm okay with that too.
3 different lenses, which I think is a bit unnecessary, but hey, I'll take them. The eject pin for the SIM. Looks like we got a SIM slot on the side. Let's take a look, see if it's got internal storage, or, well, I should say an internal SD slot, because that'd sort of be a one-up on the Unihertz, and sure enough it does. So no dual SIMs here, which is, again, perfectly okay. It does have an SD card slot, which is excellent. I would prefer to have an SD card slot over a second SIM. So let's go ahead and peel this pink REVVL sticker off. One thing where this falls down is, not really any accessories. We don't get a case. That's obviously extra. You don't get any sort of screen protector. That's the one nice thing that Unihertz has done with their phones is give you a few extra accessories in their box. Let's go ahead and get her powered up. All right, let's see if we can just go ahead and skip over all this. Skip the mobile network. Let's go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi. I'm not expecting much from this phone. After all, it's a fairly inexpensive phone. It's a slab phone. There's nothing special about it. Looks like might need to give this a little bit of a charge. It's a fairly average size. Skip that. There we go. Bouncy icons are a little much. All right, first things first, let's get this out of the way. Let's see what kind of a camera it's got. Allow the camera. Well, yes, let's allow the camera to do that. Let's not turn on location. So, what are we dealing with here? Photo looks like it's in 4:3. Let's take a look. Shutter sound, secret lines. Pretty standard. It's video size. Video size goes up to 2K. That's fairly impressive. It's about half of 4K. That's not terrible. Probably a little better than average. 2K, 16:9, 1:1. I don't like the fact that they've got these labeled as they do. You just don't know what resolution you're shooting at. And it doesn't tell you. Others maybe. Oh, reset settings. Yeah, there's really no settings in here. It's a pretty basic camera. It's probably something you're going to want to use open camera for. Open camera with. That way you can really dial in the settings. It's got some different things here. Grayscale, sunshine, afternoon. 10x digital zoom, it looks like. Flip that around. Oh, look. Let's go to video and see if it's... Yeah, it won't do 2K. It'll do 1080 on the front. Yeah, 2K is great out there. Won't do 60 frames per second on the front. That's okay. The front camera is going to be a little less capable than the rear camera. Yeah, not a lot. It's a pretty unintuitive and uninspiring camera. The resolution's there, the capabilities are there, but the controls are just terrible. Let's go ahead and go into the memory. Yeah, we really don't care about any of that. Oh, wow. I really don't like that menu. It's a little it takes up too much screen real estate. I mean, the screen's nice and big, but looks like it's got 64 gigabytes of storage, internal storage. Of course, I don't have anything loaded on here, so not a big deal. Pretty standard Android system. The weird thing, too, let me go back to the camera. Something I just thought of. I don't see where you can change the modes. You've essentially got 3 camera lenses on here, and there's no way to control any of that from the camera app. Now, maybe it's automatic. Maybe I'm just missing something, but there doesn't seem to be any obvious way to change your lenses. That's just, quite frankly, that's just terrible design. And I'm not sure if OpenCam is going to be able to remedy that. Yeah, I mean, if you don't care about the camera that much, then that's not going to be a big deal to you. You're just snapping pictures on the fly and whatnot. But I mean, they give you 3 different lenses. You might as well be able to use them. Perhaps we don't actually have 3 different lenses, but perhaps 2 of them are for show. Yeah, all in all, I mean, it's a $169 phone. What are you going to do? You can only complain so much before you go, well, yeah, it's a $169 phone. What are you going to do about it? But this isn't something that I plan on reviewing long term. I've already got my stopgap phone, and it's the Unihertz Titan. So, and my S62 I gave to my youngest daughter. So, which is a good thing because she's really hard on it, and it is a rugged phone. It's got that going for it. This is what it is. So, but yeah, that's the T-Mobile REVVL 6 5G. Pretty basic phone with some pretty basic features. I'm Mr. Gigabytes, and we'll see you in the next one.